The views expressed on this program are those of the producers and individuals appearing on this program and do not necessarily reflect the views of the Sun Prairie Media Center staff, its video service providers, or the staff and elected officials of the City of Sun Prairie.
You are now watching the Alan and DJ Show.
Hello, welcome to the Alan and DJ TV show. I'm Alan.
And this is your boy DJ.
Man, whoo! I still can't believe we made TV, man.
That's crazy.
Man, bro, this is crazy, man. I can't believe we just really living the dream right now. And I would say this in the words of my boy Rap Smart, because we finna dive deep into this because we haven't even had breakfast yet.
Oh, yeah.
But today, a lot of people I feel like need to hear this, DJ.
They really do, man.
The importance of managing money.
Oh, yeah.
So, I want to shoot for this like the next 3 weeks. So I want to have our good friend out here, Bill Baker. We're really going to dive deep into like managing money, real estate, and all that. But for right now, I'm going to give it to you from our perspective. So, what's the first thing I like to think of when we talk about managing money here is I want to think of like tracking your spending.
That's a good one.
So talk to us about that, DJ. Like, how can the people out there really focus on like tracking spending?
First, you want to plan a budget, and it gives you the limit of your amount that you want to spend without using your other amount of money that you have currently got. But like the rule that we always follow because we're single, Al, is the 70-20-10 rule.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
And basically what that means is 70% of your money, you're going to save it. 20% of your money, you're going to buy what you need with that. And 10% of your money is all your wants, everything that you want. And also with the 70%, like you could utilize that for bills and stuff. And I'll break down that from paycheck to paycheck as well. But let me go off into the other, like let's say if you're a couple, then you want to use the 50-30-20 rule, where like you're saving 50% of your money, 30% going on your needs, and 20% is going on your wants. And if for some reason you have kids, because you have a lot of people with kids out here too, like you go to the 30-30-30-10 rule. And all of these is percentages. So basically what you're doing is like 30% of your money is going in your savings, 30% of it is going for your needs and your wants, and the other 30% is going to your kids, and the 10% is going on your wants.
And I like that because the way I like to track spending is like, I want to say like establish a budget for yourself. And I agree with the 70-20-10 rule, especially if you're single. Yeah. Or even if you guys are a couple, or whatever the case may be, like establish a budget for yourself. Because when you're establishing like a budget for yourself, like it helps you track your spending very well. And it also like helps plan for like, you know what I'm saying? Like let's say, for an example, like you're always going out eating fast foods and that's just money you just throwing down the drain, which is nothing wrong with that to a degree, but you want to stay away from that if you can. I like to meal prep.
Yeah.
So I would create a budget where, okay, I'm gonna take about $60 and I'm gonna give me a whole bunch of fruits, vegetables, certain meats. Even though I know food nowadays can be kind of pricey, but you want to kind of meal prep so like that way you're not spending as much money, because every day you could just grab that one particular meal out the refrigerator with your water, juice, whatever you like to drink, and just go straight to work or go to wherever that you're about to do. You know what I'm saying? And then have a budget for, okay, I'm going to say these amount of dollars for when I want to have a social time and hang out with friends. Then, that's cool too, because remember the 70-20-10 rule. 70% should be what you're saving. 20% to me, how I break my money down is like my needs, because you gotta have your personals. You gotta have your deodorant, your body wash, all that stuff you need to like, you know, smell good, and gas in the car, whatever food you need to survive. 10% should be your wants, but I'm gonna hit you with another angle. You might even wanna build up on those wants.
Yeah.
Because then it's gonna create some type of financial freedom.
Yeah. And like, remember back at the beginning of the show where I pointed out the 70-20-10 rule, and I tried to tell you like I was gonna go off and tell you like how you could break that down like paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah.
I'm finna do that right now.
Give it to him, DJ.
Yeah,
Give it to him,
give it to
DJ.
him. Now, what's gonna happen is if you get paid biweekly, what you're gonna do is the first check that you get, you're gonna knock out every single bill that you need to knock out, everything, and whatever you have left over from that particular check, you utilize that and you put it in your savings. Then the next check you get is the last check of the month, and then that's when you apply the 70-20-10 rule.
There you go. I like that. I like that. And then I also like to dive into one where, let's say if you're struggling and you're out on, you might be in debt. You might be in credit card debt. All kind of debt it's just like every which way you look, bills are just piling up on you left or freaking right. So this is what I like to do to kind of like pay off my debts. It's like, I like to call it like the snowball effect.
Okay.
And let me break down the snowball effect. So you take the smallest balance first of the credit card bill, and you want to pay that off. And then once you repaid that balance in full, then I would like to focus on the next one. You know what I'm saying? So now, like, okay, I got 5-6 credit card debts out here. And I'm like, man, okay, how am I gonna figure this out? I'm gonna take the smallest one first and try to knock that off. Then I will work on the second one. Then I will work on the third one. And then once I start to build a certain amount of credit up, then I would ask for an increase on my like credit cards. So let's say if my limit was 200, and let's say I swipe for $50 for gas, and I probably pay $10 of it, maybe weekly, monthly, to eventually pay it off, because you don't want to just pay it off real fast. That's not the goal here. The goal is to pay it off slowly, but you're paying it. Then you can always call and say, hey, I like to increase my balance. Okay, to what? Can I increase my balance to 500? Now you're building credit, and then you're also putting yourself in a situation where you're like, okay, now that I learned how to get out of like credit card, and you know what I'm saying, like as far as like even paying my debts off, whether it's school or anything like that, now I know how to like manage my money better. So now that I have a $500 credit limit, let's say if I bought $100 worth of groceries, I would probably pay the minimum of maybe $20 a month, or maybe even like every 2 weeks. So let's just say every 2 weeks, I pay $20 every 2 weeks. Then I paid $100 off. Now like they're saying, okay, you're buying stuff now. But most importantly, I'm gonna hit you with this before I get an alley hoop back to DJ. You're building your points up on your credit. So the goal is to come at like get into the 6s, the 7s, and the 8s, so you get that perfect credit score. So now you got 2 other credit card offers. Take those. Don't worry about it. Like, take it. And always, because they can come in hand for like emergency, but know how to manage and spend it wisely. So then you get a $1,000 credit limit. Maybe you go buy a nice chain for like a loved one, or some nice earrings or whatever or whatnot, or maybe buy something for yourself. Pay it off slowly, and you're gonna build your credit up.
Yep. And like, it's important to pay off your debt before you jump into a relationship.
There you go.
You never want to go into a relationship with a debt, and you don't never want to jump into a relationship where the other person is already in debt, because you're not only taking on your own debt in a relationship, but you're also taking on that other person's debt as long as y'all together. And like, what paying off debt does is it frees up money that it wouldn't have freed up in the first place. And you'll usually be paying off both of y'all debts until like pretty much the day y'all die, if y'all go into the debt in the relationship in debt already. But let me give you an example of like how debt accumulates. Like basically, I'll give you the example of like let's say somebody go to college, they graduate, and they get a job after they graduated from college. And let's say the job is paying $120,000. I'll just give you a low number because you know it's jobs that make more, but $120,000, but your student loans is $100,000.
Oh yeah.
And you might have accumulated an extra 10 to 20,000 off of just credit card debt because you were paying for books, you pay for food, you pay for all that type of stuff. Then on top of that, you got to have a car to drive to campus. That might be another 30,000 that you might have to spend and add to that on top of that. And you average all that out together, it's about 140,000 altogether. But with your job, technically in a year and like 2 months, you could technically pay it off. But people mindset don't think like that. They're not thinking like, oh, I'm gonna spend every single penny to pay this debt off and sacrifice. Like paying off debt is sometimes sacrifice. You have to sacrifice to pay this stuff off, because what'll happen is like you're starting to pay it off, then life happens. Then you get a family, then you get kids. Now you still got all this stuff and you got debt on top of that. Then you got to pay this other debt like mortgage and all that other stuff.
Exactly.
On top of all of that. So now you just in a big mess full of debt.
Big mess full of debt. And I just don't think it's fair that you go into a relationship bringing debt. You know what I'm saying? Because let's say if I got my stuff together, and which is like what I'm creating this value that I'm bringing to the situation. Why are you bringing your tangled webs of mess into the stuff that I already got cleared up already? You know what I'm saying? Now, if I like you or love you just that much, now knowing me, I will help you figure it out. Because if I love you just that much, I'm gonna help you figure it out. But everybody not gonna think like me. Everybody not gonna think like DJ. People gonna be like, oh, hold on, Holmes, like you got a lot going on here. I ain't finna do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, how much you owe? 400,000. Yeah. Oh no, whole no. So focus on getting yourself together. Slow down and I understand time is ticking. You might want a family and all, but that's why. And I just want to say, like your later teens and all the way through like the most of your 20s, you want to, even maybe some of your 30s, you want to take some of that time and just start grinding to try to build the life that you want. So plan on to like, okay, I got school debt. I got to pay this stuff off. So now you got into your career. You create a budget where you like every month, this is what I'm going to do to knock this off. And then this is what I'm going to do to survive. This is what I'm going to do to live. And it might have me just a little fun here and there. Once you do that, you'll be good to go. Like you just got to sacrifice. Got to sacrifice everything, because if you want to be in a valuable relationship one day, it's not fair that you bring debt to somebody. That's just like me bringing all my problems on to you, and you were living perfect till you got with me. It ain't right. So you want to stay away from that. But most importantly, I want to hit you with the last one: saving for emergencies.
Ooh, that's a good one. This is the issue with a lot of people. Like they save, but they don't save for a rainy day. Which meaning like they're saving for something that they're going to do 20 days from now, and not saving 20 years from now.
Ooh, say it again, DJ. Say that again.
What people do when it comes down to saving, like they're saving for something that they're going to get 20 days from now instead of saving from 20 years from now. Because in reality, life happens, stuff happens. Your car might break down.
Yeah.
You got money in your emergency fund to take it out and help get your car fixed. Like, you might have to pay for a wedding. You might have to pay for a baby shower.
Yeah.
Like, stuff happens, and you got to be willing to take that sacrifice and have that sacrifice and just budget as much as you can. So rainy days can, so you can have money for a rainy day, because stuff is going to happen. No matter how perfect you live your life, rainy days are going to happen.
Big time, and I couldn't agree with you more. You know what I'm saying? It's like saving for like emergencies. Like, you know, the goal to me for saving for an emergency is to have financial freedom. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be free. Like, I don't, like you said, it could be a busted pipe in the house. It could be a tire need to be changed, and you might need to get a new tire, or you might just need a whole brand new car in general. Well, that's where paying off your debt comes in at, because now you're establishing a good amount of line of credit, and you also have emergency funds. So you might, oh, okay, that happened. How much that cost? So tell me, like, give me my total, and like, how much would that cost me? Oh, $1,230. Okay, run it. Mm-hmm. And you don't have a care in the world, because you understood the proper ways of handling and managing your money, because later on that money is going to work for you down the line. So that's just like, if you even want to get to a point of like how we even do it, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could take $20 worth of quarters every 2 weeks. So let's say if it's you and your husband, you can get $40 worth of quarters every 2 weeks. Okay, I'm gonna get your 5-gallon jar. Don't even think about it. So that don't exist no more. You save that. Get you a CD account where you have so much amount of dollars being transferred over to your account. So now, like, that way, that money is working for you in that account, and it's growing compound interest of like probably 6.1%. Then here we go with this one. Mm-hmm. So now we can have another account where you can call this one like, this is like my vacation account. So you dropping $50 in there every time you get paid. Remember, we're not thinking about this. You might want to go on a vacation to the Bahamas 2 years from now. So you saving. This thing ain't got nothing to do with the CD account. This thing ain't got nothing to do with the coin change. This thing ain't got to do nothing with anything that you plan on trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Because goals are goals. But you cannot save your way to $1 million. It's just not going to happen.
No.
You have to save so much amount of money and take that money to start investing so you can make that money work for you later. And then when you have like an emergency fund, because anything in life, life happens, things can get rocky. Everybody go through tough times. Like, look at the economy that we're living in today.
Yeah.
At least you'll be more prepared. And you're like, okay, well, my job just laid me off for 2 months until they figure out what they want to do with the company. Oh, honey, what are we gonna do? Well, I got about 4 years worth of savings. I can stay afloat. I can pay the bills. I can pay the bills up ahead until we figure out our next move. And that way, nobody's stress free. Yeah. I mean, nobody's stressed. Like, you're stress free. Problems are, you know what I'm saying? It's already solved.
Yeah, and like what you want to do, like with most people, their mindset is like this. They run off into a consumer versus producer mindset.
Yeah.
But before I explain that, I'm gonna just give you an analogy that people go off of. Millionaires save money. Broke people spend money.
Ooh, say that again.
So basically, millionaires save money, which means like they save pretty much everything that they got. You don't see them out here, like all of them out here being flashy and stuff like that.
No.
Like, they're wearing basic clothes. Like, I was listening to a podcast and Eric Thomas was talking about how he met Warren Buffett, and he was wearing a regular clothes. And this man is one of the richest dudes in the world.
That's crazy.
But that shows you the mindset that he's on compared to the people that he's encountering with mindset. Like, all the people that was around him was dressed up. They was all flashy and stuff like that. And he dressed up in regular clothes, and he one of the richest man in the world.
That's wild, man.
Yep.
And, I couldn't agree with you that much more, DJ, because like broke people look rich, but they're broke.
Yeah.
So you can look rich, you can have like all the money in the world and look like you really got it going on, right? Mm-hmm. But rich people dress like they're broke.
Yeah. And like, let me go off a little bit into the consumer versus producer mindset. The consumer, they're not going to save much. What they're going to do is just buy product, and they're just the average people that's just going to work a 9 to 5, and they're going to be content with working a 9 to 5. But what a producer does is they let their money work for them, which millionaires do all the time. In the case of like, let's say you working for Coca-Cola, but the CEO, he ain't got to do anything.
No,
he just chilling. Like, but he making you work for him in their factories.
In their factories, and money is just energy. You know what I'm saying? It's just like you are the real currency. Mm-hmm. So once you know who you really are as a person, like you can open up financial abilities that you never thought that you can open. But to me, an emergency fund, I always say it's supporting because it creates stability. Mm-hmm. It creates a certain comfortability where you're like, okay, things could go wrong, things could just start, life in every which way could start happening from this, the pipes busted in the house, and then oh man, we need a new roofing on the garage, like on the garage, and then like we got to get a paint job done in the house as well, and then how much is this gonna cost? Then the mortgage still got to be paid. Then one of the kids are about to graduate. Like that's where saving happens, and that's where I feel like an emergency fund is always good. And if you sacrifice, especially if you're even younger, this can really work for you. Yeah. Sacrifice for 2 years and save up 70% of your income for 2 years, and I promise you it's going to put you 5 years ahead.
And the crazy thing about having an emergency fund is like, or even saving for an emergency, is that you have accounts out here set up for you to save for not only an emergency, but to save up so you could have money for the future, or it could build up generational wealth later on in life.
There you go.
Some of the different accounts would be like an IRA, which you could have a traditional IRA, or you could have a Roth IRA, or you got the regular checking and you got the regular savings accounts, which pretty much the majority of
everybody
Americans got. And then you got your CD accounts, where like you put a certain amount in and they take a certain amount out every single week or every single paycheck, and you put it like a hold on it, where like you can't go in it under no circumstances, and you put that limit on it for about 4 to 5 years. Some people do it longer.
Yep.
And you can't go in it, but they're steady taking money out, but it's helping you, and it's building your savings, and the compound interest is building your savings. And you also got stock accounts out here that help you grow your money real fast and help you save your money real fast, because your money will be growing, then that compound interest from the stocks will be growing as well, because you're keeping it in the account and you're not taking it out right away. And then what my mom did, like she also has a share account where like she's not buying like the whole share, but she's buying a part of the share. Like let's say you got AMC and it's going for like $50. Like the whole share in the stock market would probably be like 200 and some bucks.
Yeah.
Just to buy that whole share. But she only wants a part of it, so they'd be like, for $50 a month, you could only have part of it, which would be cool. And that's what she basically did with her share account. And her share account is huge right now.
Wow. And that's some incredible knowledge. And let's wrap this up with the Alan and DJ's final thoughts. So what would you tell the people, DJ, as far as they haven't even started saving today? Like, what should they do to start building the life that they want?
Basically, you got to change your mindset to a producer and not a consumer, man.
Oh, I like that. And also, too, I just want to say, like, picture the life that you want. You know what I'm saying? Like the people who running everything in this world, CEOs, all that, right? You could be sitting in that same seat. So always think about, I need to start sacrificing. You know, like it's okay to hang out with friends here and there, but you might just can't always go out. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to stay inside and work on your dreams and work on your vision and managing your money in a proper way. Like you're making other people rich when you buying those shots. You're making the liquor companies and all that richer. You know what I mean? So like DJ say, be the consumer, not the product. Until next time, the Alan and DJ Show. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram at Alan Hutchinson. You can find us at Alan and DJ's Gmail fan page at gmail.com, and also find us on YouTube at the Alan and DJ's fan page, and William J. Smith, Instagram and Facebook. Manage money. We encourage you to do that. Stay well, stay healthy.
Peace.
Yeah.